Hi guys, Mark here with Wolters World, and we're in Xi'an, China, the town that's famous because of the Terracotta soldiers, the Terracotta Warriors, you know, from the Qin Dynasty. Awesome, probably one of the coolest things you'll ever see in the world, one of the 8 wonders in the world. The thing is, guys, I want to give you guys more things to see here in Xi'an than just the Terracotta Warriors. So what we have here is the top 10 sites for you to see when you are here in Xi'an. And of course, number 1 is the Terracotta Warriors. Guys, you go out there, it's about a 45-minute drive out of the center. Xi'an's a really big city, actually. It's like 7 or 8 million, so the size of Chicago, just to give you an idea. So it is out of town, you got to drive out there, but when you go there, 2,200 years ago, the emperor had a army built for him. Each face is different with 8,000 different soldiers, and you go there, the horses are there, the emperor is actually under a thing of mercury, so you can't see him. They haven't figured out a way to actually excavate him yet, but you go there and it is fantastic. You walk in and when you first see him, it's like, oh my god, it's even better than National Geographic. It's better than what I saw on TV. It is totally awesome. So that's the first thing you gotta do, is go see the Terracotta Warriors. The second thing you want to do is eat. Guys, I gotta tell you, in my 511 hates for Xi'an, one of the things you're going to love is the variety of food. And when you come here, the one thing you really have to eat is the lamb soup. It is fantastic. You take these little buns, you rip them up, and you put them in the bowl, and then they put the broth and the noodles and the lamb. It is fantastic. You have to eat that when you're here. So that's the second thing that you got to do. And also with that, there's actually a lot of Muslim influence in this city, which leads us to number 3, and that's wandering around the market or the Muslim quarter. You go through there, they have all the shops, and there's all the restaurants and all these great things. Eating on the street, and of course eating the lamb soup and all the lamb, the kebabs and everything. And it's really cool because the city's actually got a lot of urban sprawl, but when you go to the Muslim district, and it's actually behind me here, this is the drum tower behind me actually. You walk out that way, you start walking through, seeing all the shops, seeing all these things. It is really cool, and it like takes you back in time. But you really don't, when you're in there, you don't feel like you're in the city of 8 million. You feel like you're in a small town, and it is really cool. Great place to eat, great place to shop, and great place to explore. And that leads us to the 4th thing you should see when you're here is the Great Mosque, because it is the Muslim district. So you see the mosque, the Great Mosque that's there. And then if you look at number 5, I want to combine a couple things. You have the drum tower behind me, and you actually see the big drum there. And there's the bell tower behind me over there, or in front of me or behind you. And what you have is, when you go up, you can climb up to the top, you pay a little fee, you go up, you have great views of the kind of downtown area. And the drum thing is really cool. They still beat the drum occasionally, but you can get your picture of the big drum with the big bell and the bell tower. And the bell tower actually crosses the center of the wall, part of the city, so you can see the east, west, north, south gates and everything. So it's kind of cool. So checking out the bell tower and going up to the drum tower, that's number 5 on our list. Number 6, now I told you, there's a wall around the city. There's a huge wall. It's ginormous. You can ride bikes on it. You can rent bikes. You can take a rickshaw around. You can walk on it, have a picnic on it. It is really cool. My recommendation is go to the south gate, go up there, and then walk around, because it is really cool. And it's one of those things you really have to do when you're here, because it's very special. It is the best preserved old, wall in protective barrier wall in China, and so you really get to enjoy it and see it how it was, because it's still up that way. Number 7 on our list, you have the Big Goose and Little Goose pagodas, these the big tall temple kind of things here, and also you have the Temple of the 8 Immortals. So there's 3 big kind of religious temples around here, complexes you can go and check out. Then number 8, you can head out to the hot springs and see those out there. A lot of the tour groups, what they'll do is when you go out to see the Terracotta Warriors, when you're coming back into towns, you'll stop by the hot springs, so that's kind of cool to check out. Number 9 on our list is the Shaanxi, if I say it correctly, Museum of History. It's history of this region, so yes, they do have some of the Terracotta Warriors there you can check out, but they have all kinds of other things that not just from the Terracotta Warriors, so you really appreciate the cultural diversity of this town, because they have the pottery, they have all the stuff from the traders that came through here on the Silk Road and all kinds of things. Guys, this used to be the capital of China a long time ago, okay? And you have all that history that's here with it, so you go to the museum there and you can really see all the stuff from this region. And the 10th thing you want to see here is the Banpo Neolithic site. And this is basically 6,000 years ago. There was a maternal society that lived here, and they can still make out where the houses were and everything, the moat, tons of skeletons, pottery, all kinds of stuff like that. And it's kind of cool because you can really realize that, guys, you go to the US, you go to a town, maybe it's 200 years old. Europe, you go, actually what they say is, if you want to see China's last 20 years of history, go to Shanghai, okay? If you want to see the last 1,000-year history, you go to Beijing. If you want to see the last 6,000 years of Chinese history, you come here to Xi'an. And this Banpo site, that's where you get it from. And guys, I gotta say, coming here, the people are fantastic, probably the nicest people I've met in China. The food is awesome, and there is tons of stuff to see, and of course the Terracotta soldiers are here, and you really have to see them because they are so awesome, okay? So if you want to learn more about visiting Xi'an, 5 things you're gonna love and hate about coming here, other things about China, come check us out at our website at woltersworld.com. Bye from Xi'an, China. And that's the drum tower behind me. And I'm gonna go have some more lamb soup. It's awesome. Bye. So they can protect them?
Yeah, protect them for the next life. So at night, when the museum is closed, the archaeologists